And now, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. What a joyful and exciting morning it is to be sitting here in front of the microphone, recording another episode of Soulmate Emotions. Today, I feel truly happy because I can speak to you with complete honesty. I don't want to say things like, yes, I'm happy. Yes, I'm at peace, when in reality, that isn't true. I've noticed that when someone doesn't speak from genuine feeling, the audience can sense it immediately. I cannot send you a fabricated emotion. And this morning, my happiness is real. I'm still a little sleepy since I didn't rest much last night. But after exercising and meditating this morning, I suddenly felt full of energy, and I thought right away, I need to pick up the microphone. I need to capture this moment because right now, I am truly happy. I believe that in life, whenever we experience a genuine feeling, we should share it immediately. Because, as I often say, we cannot give others what we don't already have. If I don't have joy, if I don't have peace in my heart, how could I ever inspire you? And this morning, I do have that joy. I do have that peace. That's why I want to sit here and with all sincerity, begin this morning together with you. And now, let us turn to a topic that every single one of us has faced at some point in life. That is, the habit of procrastination. Have you ever noticed that when we intend to begin an important task, instead of jumping right in, we choose something easier, more comfortable, perhaps turning on the TV to watch a movie, scrolling endlessly through social media, or diving into a game? At first, it seems like just a way to relax, but little by little, we fall into a familiar cycle. The more we delay, the heavier the pressure feels. The more exhausted we become. And when the task is still untouched, we begin to blame ourselves. Why am I so weak? Why can't I just focus? In that very moment, two voices echo in our minds. One whispers softly, "Come on, just rest a little more. What's the rush? You can do it tomorrow." But the other voice calls out more firmly, "No. You must start now. If not, things will only get worse." This constant tug of war drains our energy and drags our spirit downward. Sometimes we lie on the bed, holding the phone, telling ourselves we'll just scroll for a few minutes. But then an hour passes, 2 hours pass, and by the time we realize it, precious time has slipped away. Procrastination is like an invisible trap. It tricks us into thinking we are resting, while in reality, it steals our energy, our confidence, and the opportunities to accomplish what truly matters in life. But here's the good news. Every one of us can break out of that cycle. The issue is not that we are incapable or lacking ability. The real issue is simply that we haven't yet learned how to restart in the right way.
So then, how do we escape procrastination? How do we move from the state of hard to begin into a state of excitement, ready to take action? There is a very simple method, yet it works wonders. That method is start small. Instead of sitting there thinking, I have to finish the entire plan, I must clean the whole room, I need to complete this huge task. Such thoughts only weigh us down even more. Choose the smallest possible step. For example, instead of saying, I must clean the room, just say, I will fold one shirt. Instead of saying, I must write this long report, just say, I will type the very first sentence. When we take a tiny step, our brain no longer feels pressured. And from that one small action, momentum builds. We find ourselves doing the next step, and then another, until the task is completed. The miracle is this: the feeling of hard to begin disappears the very moment we start. The joy of getting started, The pride of having taken action will naturally carry us forward without having to force ourselves. So here lies the secret. Don't wait for inspiration to act. Act, and inspiration will come. And once we know how to begin with small steps, we can gradually break free from the cycle of procrastination. We'll realize that every great task, no matter how big, always begins with a single, simple step. Dear friends, that concludes today's episode of Soulmate Emotions. I hope these heartfelt sharings bring you a little more motivation, a little more confidence, so that each new day becomes a day worth living, a day full of meaning. Wishing you a peaceful morning and a day filled with energy. And until we meet again, thank you and goodbye.